What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? Hero Bread serves up 0 to 1 grams of net carbs, 5 to 11 grams of protein, and high fiber in every delicious serving. Made with natural ingredients, Hero Bread supports gut health, promotes weight management, and helps maintain blood sugar. Hero also drops other limited edition ultra-low net carb goodies like rich flaky croissants and buttery brioche slider rolls. Head to hero.co to shop today.
Fall is coming. Fall is like my favorite time of the year. Autumn is my favorite season. So if you're looking for some merch, check your girl. Support the She Gets It podcast by getting you some merch. You know what I'm saying? You get some merch, you support, you get a little something out of it. You become a representative, an affiliate for She Gets It podcast. And I have sweatshirts on there, hoodies, t-shirts, whatever you need is on the She Gets It shop. Shop with Teespring. I'll go ahead and put the link up. Let's get back to the show. Hey guys, welcome back to She Gets It podcast. My name is Shan. I am she, she's me, and that's all you need to know. This is episode 41. Our grandparents disappointed our parents. Now what? And I say that not to be disrespectful because we all want to be respectful to our elders. I'm saying it because it's the reality of the situation. Your parents think that they know more than you and they know best, right? So did their parents. And I guarantee you that there are some things. Aria, hush. Aria. I guarantee you that there are some things that your parents haven't mastered. That they also thought that their parents did not master. Their parents did not do well. Some parents change and some parents don't. My mother is stubborn as hell and never had a disciplined bone in her body. But that did not prevent her from having 5 children who are now adults that are learning the hard way in life because they weren't getting the proper discipline from her as children. So now, it's showing, okay? And it shows with me too because I am also stubborn. I learned my lessons within the action of instead of before because I just didn't have no one there telling me no. I didn't have anyone giving me the boundaries that I needed. And being that my mom was one of 13 and her parents gave out ass whoopings like white women give out Cheerios to toddlers, I guess she just got super resistant to it, right? She wasn't with whoopings and beatings. That wasn't her thing. Growing up with my mom was like hell because it was like living in a house of kids and nobody's there to referee anything. Nobody's there to state the law, state rules. It was just very chaotic. And I think our parents are usually very resistant to change these days. And if they're not, you got lucky. I think they shrug at what they lacked raising us, and that's why our parents pour into our kids. They love their grandkids. They give their grandkids things that we never got. They hug on their grandkids. They always make it an extra level of showing love to their grandkids. And a little part of you at the beginning wants to be kind of jealous, but then the more you become fully engulfed into your parenting, you learn that anything good that people do for your kids is always a benefit for you. Anything good that happens for your kids is always a benefit for you. So you don't see it as a loss, right? And that's what I had to do in order to balance myself out, is understand that, hey, my mom probably won't change, but I'm going to go ahead and let her pour into my kids because I'm still benefiting off of that. And we get to choose to love our kids in a healthier way, right? We get to be better than our parents. We get to learn earlier or take heed to better health or therapy. A lot of people talk about therapy now. You could never talk about therapy when my parents were younger. They weren't going to therapy. Therapy for what? Go to work. Go eat something. Have a drink. All their ways of getting past the situation was by doing something physical, not, growing mentally, not taking the time to pause, not anything mentally therapeutic was happening in order to get through issues with our parents. And then their parents was hella resistant against telling anybody their business. That's what old people like to call it. Don't be telling people my business. Don't be sharing my business. Well, now with the friends that we have, the socially okayness that we have, the social media, the access, the resources, we have options to be had and given and made. We have things we can do to be better. We have people we can talk to, and quote unquote, your business is not so frowned up upon when you share it. Okay. And I'm not saying you need to share everything. Everybody's personality is not like that. I'm sort of an open book. So this is what I like to do. I like to lay my shit on the table so nobody else can come to me or broadcast my shit because I already said the shit. So what's up? What new are you trying to tell somebody about me that I haven't said any already? And when you live like that, it's a weight off your shoulders. It's the reality of this shit. It's like, maybe I might come off to somebody like I have it all figured out. But the reality is I don't walk around this hoe like I have it all figured out, because I don't. And a lot of people tell me, hey, how old are you? 33? You haven't even had the best dick of your life. I probably haven't. But until a better one comes, I have no idea what you're speaking about. So what I try to do is be optimistic about what I have coming forward. And when it comes to your kids today, we have the choice and we should make the decision to be better parents for our kids, because maybe our parents were too stubborn to change. Maybe their parents were too stubborn to change, but we can break that cycle. That trait doesn't have to be us. How our parents didn't listen doesn't have to be us. Eating hella pork and chitlins and shit don't have to be us. We could be the ones that eat salad. We could be the ones that exercise with the family as a group. We could be the ones that embrace having a refrigerator of hella water and not sodas and liquor. We could be the ones to minimize the amount of liquor we put into our bodies. We could be the ones to minimize fatty foods and be more open to talking about how you feel emotionally, how you feel spiritually. How can you improve your relationships with your parents? How can you improve the relationships with your kids? Not to be avoidant of serious situations that come across in life, because I think no matter what parents, you're always going to feel like there's something you could have did better. You're always going to feel like there's something your parents lacked, even if to the outside your parents look like the best parents in the world. You're always going to feel like, oh, I wish my mom did that more, or I wish my dad did this more. No matter what, people are imperfect and they're always lacking things. But where the come up comes in is embracing your feedback. I think just as much as kids get feedback from parents about what they're doing and what they're not doing correct, parents should also embrace feedback. I think it's very important and mature for a parent, no matter how old, to embrace feedback and actually listen to someone from a different perspective, telling you something that might improve yourself. Like, we have to make it a point not to do to our children what our parents did to us just because we dealt with it. If it's not for the betterment of your kids, don't embrace it. Don't take it as, okay, I'm going to do this too. Unless it works for your child. Unless it's going to help your child be a better human being, I think that's the only reason anybody should be embracing something that their parents did. And so a lot of times, to me, I feel like that's common sense. There's a lot of things that my mom did that I will never do with my kids. It doesn't make her a bad mom. It's just not the way that I'm choosing to mom. There's a lot of things that my father did that I will never allow to be done by their fathers in front of them or to me, that my mom allowed or he felt like was okay. That was not okay. And maybe with his parents, that was something that was okay. We have to acknowledge that just because our parents were raised a certain way doesn't make it right. Just because they did certain things to you a certain way doesn't make it okay. We don't have to take those things on to our kids. And just be better, man. The whole point is like, we're all going to be disappointed in our parents about something. But if those things are minor things like, man, I wish you would cook more macaroni and cheese with the Gouda instead of the Kraft, it's not a big deal. Now that you, the head of the household, and now your mama coming to your house for Thanksgiving and big dinners, now you can make the macaroni and cheese how you want to make the macaroni and cheese. And if she don't like it, put some more cranberry sauce on her plate. You ain't getting this side. If she don't like your cornbread, you ain't getting this side either. Shoot. We don't have to be our parents. Our parents chose to parent how they parent. We don't have to follow suit. Period. Just be better. Just be better, because our kids are going to be disappointed. I guarantee you that both of my daughters are going to be disappointed in something that I did not do or wasn't a part of my personality or wasn't a part of my parental guidance. And that's going to be okay, because honestly, if I don't do it, it's just not something that I wanted to do in the first place, and I did not see the benefits of it. But I'm not going to shut down when they're telling me, hey, when you did this certain thing to me when I was a kid, it hurt my feelings. When you do this thing that you do, I kind of avoid you because I don't like X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm completely going to be open to welcoming that discussion because it needs to be had. If you're not correcting as you're growing, what are you doing? You're fucking up. Stop fucking up. Get some criticism behind it. And sometimes the people that's going to criticize you the most are going to be the people that you love the most, and it might be your kids. But if it's for the betterment of you growing as a grandparent for their future kids, then go ahead and do that thing. Okay? That's all I wanted to say. I'm out. I got things to do, people to see. Peace.